Hey, what's going on? It's the internet's busiest coaster nerd, California Coaster Riders, and today I have a review of Jurassic World The Ride at Universal Studios Hollywood.
California Coaster Riders. California Coaster Riders. CCR. CCR. California Coaster Riders. Coaster Riders.
I went into this ride with very low expectations. In 2019, I watched a POV of the ride when it first pre-opened before the opening, and to be honest, it looked horrible. But then this year, a few weeks ago actually from filming this, I was able to ride it during a technical rehearsal while the park was preparing for a full reopening at Taste of Universal, and let me say, I loved it a lot. And it had a huge hurdle to get over. My favorite ride in the park was Jurassic Park River Adventure, which is what this replaced, and I loved that when I went to the park back in 2016, but now this has dethroned it as my favorite ride in the park. So first, let's just go ahead and list what I don't like about the ride. The first thing I don't like about the ride is the name. The name Jurassic World The Ride isn't really an in-universe name. The original version of this ride, Jurassic Park River Adventure, or the sign just said River Adventure, is a lot more of an in-universe name, a name of a ride that you would actually ride in Jurassic Park. And I think they should have done something like that for the Jurassic World edition of the ride. But that's a small complaint. My biggest complaint in the ride in general is the Mosasaurus tank. The first scene on the ride, it is just screens. Admittedly, in person, this scene is a lot better. The scale of the scene is ginormous, but it's just screens. But over COVID, they did improve the water effects. Instead of just water splashing over, it still splashes over, like the Mosasaurus splashing you. But when the Mosasaurus cracks the tank, water does actually spit out of the screen like he made an actual crack in the tank, which is really cool. Now compare this screen-filled intro to the ride to the original version of the ride. In my opinion, the original Jurassic Park version of the ride, the beginning was the very best part of the ride. And if you don't remember, this is the beginning of the ride.
Time, the ever-flowing river. Come with us now to a time before now. When the river flows Welcome to Jurassic Park.
In my opinion, this is the greatest opening of any dark ride I have ever ridden, so it had a lot to live up to, but still it is a significant downgrade in terms of the conversion from Jurassic Park to Jurassic World. And that is my biggest complaint with the ride. Other than that, the middle of the ride is pretty much the same level of quality. It's different from the original, but it's the same level of quality until the end. And now that's getting into the stuff I really like. The finale of this ride is the greatest finale of any dark ride I have ever been on, period. If you're planning on riding Jurassic World The Ride anytime soon, this is major spoilers ahead, but here is the finale of Jurassic World The Ride as it is today in 2021. Now, this finale alone is the single best finale of any dark ride I have ever experienced. Better than Mission Breakout, better than Pirates of the Caribbean, although not better than Pirates of the Caribbean. Pirates of the Caribbean is still my favorite water ride. This is a very close second because of this finale is just truly incredible. That Indominus Rex animatronic is so cool. and I'm a fan of the Jurassic Park / Jurassic World series, so that makes me love this ride even more, but that finale is incredible. Now, there are other upgrades throughout the ride, and before COVID, when this ride first operated, that finale was not like that. It was way worse. The Indominus Rex was not walking, but over COVID, they really improved the ride by incredible amounts, and the ride is just overall incredible. In the description, you can watch the full POV of the ride. I highly recommend you watch it. It is an incredible ride, except for the beginning. The rest is very good, though. So it's definitely worth watching. And link in the description to the POV that I used in this video for the Jurassic World POV and the Jurassic Park POV. So go ahead and check both of those out. You can compare and contrast them. Look at the things that they reused for this version of the ride. So I'm actually getting word here that we have Owen from Discovery Thrills here to give his thoughts on the ride. So let's go ahead and listen what he has to say about this ride.
My favorite part of the ride is at the end when Chris Pratt says, "Wow, this really was a Jurassic World, the ride." I don't know, I've never ridden this ride before.
Thank you, Owen, for that insightful commentary. Anyways, I'm gonna have to give this ride an 8 out of 10, a solid 8 out of 10. The only thing really dragging this ride down from a 9, maybe even a 10, is that opening scene with the Mosasaurus tank. It's just not very good, and it drags the rest of the ride down overall. And that's gonna do it for this ride review of Jurassic World: The Ride. And Zishin, did you like this review? Do you like the ride? Did you hate it? Did you love it? Tell me down in the comments below, and thank you so much for watching.